let's try to take this guy apart. My apologies for the loud motorcycles. I cannot do anything about it. It's really, really loud. So let's actually test out this new screwdriver, and this fits perfectly. Yeah, it works really well. It is not very magnetic, I'll tell you that one. Let me see if this actually fits in there. No, it's a different size. It's fine. It works. Bites in really well. No. It's so easy to come out. There it is. The whole ass computer. I've used previous screwdrivers in here and they almost, not really. I've used a cheap screwdriver on this one and it almost stripped out one of the screws in here. And yeah, they're not perfectly shaped anymore. Oh, they're kind of rough. Alright. That one came out. No skipping. That one came out easily. That one came out. That one came out. Let's go. And now, let's see if the heatsink will attach. I've already taken this thing apart multiple times now. And it's taken apart. Look at that. Dried thermal paste. You'll like to see it. Yeah, this thermal paste is pretty dry. But it doesn't make good contact with the VRAMs as well. And it doesn't have cooling at the VRAMs at the back, so those are probably dead. And then by now, since they are not getting proper cooling, even though they should be. And there you go. Okay, now the most difficult part, and that is screwing them back in. If this screwdriver does skip, shouldn't skip. Okay, let's do initial screw in first before just a little tiny amount of torque in them. Just a tiny. Okay, this is not great. Okay, now for this. What was in order? What is this? What is this? I can't read that. 4? 5? Oh yes, this is 4. I don't care about the cooling on this laptop. It's 15 watts. You can literally just keep the dry thermal paste in this thing. I don't care. Okay, now for the hard part. We're just gonna put a lot of torque on these guys, and let's see if it'll skip. Doesn't skip. Doesn't skip. It doesn't skip. S2 steel. Yeah, S2 steel. It doesn't skip. And it does not skip. That is really great. And I'm gonna inspect the damage on the bit itself. There is a little bit of damage on the bit, just a tiny bit, but other than that, honestly, it's in great shape compared to the previous bit that I've used, which is not great. Yeah, the bit is damaged a little, just a tiny bit, which is great. That is nice. That is nice to see. That is nice to see on a screwdriver at this price. I'm actually surprised. The screwdriver is cheap, has a lot of screw bits. It's made out of S2 steel, and it does not skip. Okay, so once skipping happens, usually the bit kind of just jumps out of the screw head, nicks the screw head, and then jumps back down, which also nicks it again. So you're gonna round out these screws, which is not great, particularly great, especially on a heatsink, because these are captive screws, and I don't know if you can find screws same as that one. I don't even know if you can put it back, put the captive mechanism back, but you know, it works. Now the hard part is this one. This screw loves to skip. Let's do a brutal stress test on this. I don't know if this is actually the correct size. All right, let me do a test. Okay, this one is a little smaller, so this is an incorrect size. This is an incorrect size. It's a little smaller. Wait, is it a perfect size? It is. So I damaged this larger screw bit for no reason. It's damaged just a tiny bit. It has a little nick, very tiny. But oh wait. I cleaned up the screw bit a little bit, and it's actually clean. No damage. What? It's made out of vibranium or something. I'm just kidding. It's S2 steel. I'm very impressed. I didn't use it properly. Okay. What about the correct size screw heads now? Does it skip? No, it does not. It does not skip, which is great to see. This screw loves to skip on my previous screwdriver, which is not great. The previous screwdriver had shiny bits. I assume it's not a high-grade steel. It's probably like low carbon content steel that is really soft because the bits are severely damaged just by regular use. When I was screwing it, I don't have the screwdriver anymore because I rage quit. I decided to not use that thing anymore. It was skipping a lot in almost all of the screws with minimal torque. I put a lot of pressure down, and just a little bit of torque, it already cams out, which is very cringe. And this, impressively, I don't need to put a lot of pressure down. I just have to apply the torque. You still have to push it down a little, but impressively, it works. It works really well. It does not cam out. It works really well, impressively. Okay, I'm gonna do a full tear down of this motherboard, and let's see. Okay, well, let's see how this thing deals with. I'm actually a little sad that I damaged this a little bit already. A little bit, just a nick. Wow, this is really like almost imperceptible, but I can see it. But it's like a amount of damage that it does not even matter. Okay, these screws are basically easy to cam out, okay, one of these two screws are almost stripped out, and these screws are easily. Wow, that was not even usually it takes so much effort to get those things out, man. It's so much effort with my previous skill because it's so easy for it to cam out. The screw bits are so severely damaged just by like a few turns of use. It was already pretty bad. Let's unscrew these. No skipping. You're not supposed to do that actually. I do not care about this computer. This computer's like a test lamb. But if it was my gaming computer, I'd definitely be more careful. Oh, whoa. Okay, that one screw's really hard to remove, but it did not skip. It did not skip at all, which is very impressive. And it comes out. Oh, I touched the... Oh, it's dry anyway. Right, is there no more screws in here? Let's get rid of this other ones out. Alright, easy. Wow, I'm used to really crappy screws, man. I'm really used to it. The screw I previously used was not S2 steel. It didn't even like say what material they used for the bits. Okay, this is a very annoying part. I have to put that back very annoyingly. Did I damage this? No, I did not. Okay, you can tell. Oh, I did not unplug. I did not put back. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see if I can remove it without the screws. Perfect. That was a little brutal, but you know, it's fine. Alright, let's unplug this display cable, this EDP cable. It has a little bit of adhesive that wants to stick back. Okay. This is the trackpad, and this is the SATA cable. I removed the adhesive. It was a great struggle. Let's remove these, are these larger screws? Nah, they're the same size, it's fine. First time using it, and there's no skipping at all. The cheap ones that my sister gave me, it skipped. As soon as, like, out of the box, it skipped already. But this one has not, which is very, very, very impressive for the price, which is really good. If you want to take your if you want to take your computer apart, this screwdriver is highly recommended. It's really good. I'll tell you that one. Is everything unplugged? Yeah, everything is unplugged. Just push that ADB cable aside, and let's see if we can get it out. Is there more cable? Is there more screws that I did? Yeah, I have. Cannot take this one out. That's the battery screw. I didn't screw it all the way down because I know that it's just not gonna be great. Okay, let me unplug the CMOS battery. Okay, the CMOS battery is unclipped. There it is. There's the motherboard. Yeah, this motherboard is aight. The CPU is crap. I'll tell you that one. Did I get? Yeah, I get thermal paste on my finger. It's fine. Difficult to clear though. It's not fine. It's not fine. They're difficult to clear. Just gets in the ridges of your fingerprint. Anyway, there we go. My verdict on this screwdriver is it's really good, honestly. I'm very impressed. The heatsink is not a very easy thing to do when it comes to unscrewing and screwing it back on. There you go. Okay, now let's inspect the damage on the actual screw bit that I've used, the proper one. The screws I usually use are damaged a little. No, not damaged a little. A lot. But this one, nah. Very impressive. Alright, let's do an annoying process of putting this all back in. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it, but that screw bit is about to get stripped. So I'm just gonna apply minimal amount of torque on it when I screw it down. I shouldn't be using a crappy screwdriver on an expensive computer. That only costs like $800, and I just nearly stripped one of the screws in that thing. Don't use don't use crappy screwdrivers. Purchase one of the screwdrivers that tell what material they use for the screw bits, and this is clearly really good. Excellent. No skipping. Oh man, I always what? That's probably. Ooh, man. I swear I didn't crush the LCD display. I'm really impressed by this screwdriver. Oh man, that does not sound great. What's happening on this laptop? Yeah, I'm very impressed by this screwdriver. It doesn't skip. The material of the screw bit is really important. The other ones are chromium, vanadium, steel, which is aight. They're okay, but I think that's the shiny one that does not do well. But if it was made right, it can do decent, but most of the professional screwdrivers are S2 steel, or a kind of steel alloy with higher carbon content, or with other elements mixed into it to make it harder, so it rarely wears out. But generally, the best kind of screwdriver has a bit that is made out of S2 steel, which is this one as well. A lot more expensive screwdrivers like iFixit, I didn't buy them because they were more expensive, and I kind of need the screwdriver now than ever, so I'm gonna go for Oria, which is the product that I bought, and I'm really impressed by the quality. Like the price, half of the price of an iFixit Min now, which is no longer in production anymore, and it has the same material as a more expensive screwdriver set for the bits, and it doesn't skip. That's the most important factor of a screwdriver, which you don't want that to be skipping. There's something pressed into it. I don't know, what is it? Is it not plugged in properly or something? It's whatever. The board is fine. Okay, what? Oh, wow. Jesus. Oh. This broke off. No wonder why. Huh, I see now. Oh man, what happened? This computer is clearly aging, man. It's crumbling apart. The plastic has aged like milk. There's pieces of plastic just flying off everywhere as you take it off and even on. Awesome, even the motherboard is falling apart. Great. Old laptops, man. They do not age well. Especially the plastics in them. The plastics in them just do not age well. They become brittle as they age and just fall off. Fall off like fart in the wind. And I put the keyboard ribbon cable under the motherboard. Yay! This repair is great. I mean, this teardown more like. To test out this screwdriver. It's mostly skill issue. It's not on the screwdriver. It's mostly on me. And would you look at that? There's no missing screws. There's no excess screws that I screw back in. Because there's not a lot of screws, man. There's not a lot of screws holding this thing together. There's a lot of missing screws on this back cover. Who cares? Hopes and dreams and a bit of nostalgia will hold it together. Alright, there it is. That's Oria. Well, there's no model name, so I'll just call it the Oria screwdriver. Yeah, the Oria screwdriver. There it is. Wow, this thing is really heavy. Yeah. My verdict on this thing is like, buy. Buy now if you want to take apart your laptop, because I've tried other precision screwdriver sets and they are absolute pieces of crap. The much more cheaper ones, because it's probably made out of poorly manufactured chromium, vanadium, steel, and it just sucks. This one is made out of proper S2 steel and of proper quality, and this thing will last you for years on a very harsh use. And this thing, meanwhile, the laptop's lifespan is probably just 2 years. Shy away of 2 years before the whole plastic chassis falls apart. I'm just exaggerating. This thing will probably last even more years. As you can see, the hinges are not held down by a lot of screws. This thing will this thing will die. The motherboard will not, and I'm gonna probably sell that somewhere. There you go. That's it.